Hey everybody, it's Starjump Grim. Let me know if you can hear me okay in chat. Hopefully so. Give me a 5x5 or something and we'll kick the show off. All right, thank you, Kavotha. We'll get it going here, everyone. Stand by. All right, hey everybody. Hope you're doing well. Solomon says, I was just about to watch ISC as well. Good, because we're going to watch it here right on stream. So we're going to do that here in just a minute. Hey, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for hanging out with me today on this Thursday, April 17th. If you saw on YouTube, this was originally going to be a Let's Game stream, but I ended up changing it to a weekly chat because ISC had just dropped. So I figured we watch that down and chat a little bit about it and talk Invictus and stuff like that. I hope you're all doing well. It's been a good week. Everyone says I'm coming in 5x5, so that's good. There has been not like a ton of Star Citizen news in the last few days, and that will a little bit affect some of the content coming, possibly. So originally, I had planned on doing a Starjump station tonight. Is actually probably going to be a solo one where I discuss some Invictus stuff again, but based off the lack of new Invictus information that's come out through leaks and stuff, and some of the schedules lining up with some of the guest hosts I was hoping to have, I think I'm going to delay that to next week. So I think next week we'll have a bigger Starjump station, actually probably be a little earlier in the day. And the plan there is to have Execute from Info Runners and Tristpone, who also has an amazing YouTube channel, both big ship people, as you know, and we'll have a big Invictus focused ship show, and we'll really go in depth on some stuff. So that being said, stay on the lookout for that. However, this weekend, through the weekend, I am planning on doing some Let's Game with Graham stream. So if you want to see me play Star Citizen or hang out while I play Star Citizen, we will do that. So it's been a little while since I've done it, so it'll be fun to get back to it. We are going to talk. We are going to watch the Inside Star Citizen. So ship show 5 times quickly. Yes, Tiber. Yeah. It's a tough one. That's a tough one. By the way, I did see that we have some first-time chatters in today, so thank you very much for hanging out with us. Really appreciate that. If you haven't followed my channel, please do if you like the content. If I don't annoy the hell out of you too much, I appreciate it. Appreciate that support. If you're over on YouTube, obviously, make sure you give us or give me a subscribe over there. One quick thing I'm going to do here, though, since I have this, if you're over on YouTube and you do want to donate to our St. Jude Play Live campaign going on right now, I have pinned the link to the top of the chat. Obviously, if you're in Twitch, I will hit the donate chat bot there, and it will populate that with the Tiltify link. We're going to go into St. Jude in just a second. I'll do my St. Jude kind of talk here. You can kind of see the stuff surrounding me here, all St. Jude related. We're going to get back to that. Real quick, though, I did want to send us over here real quick. I wanted to bring up Quantum Vegas 2955. Coming up very soon. This is going to be a really cool Star Citizen event in Las Vegas. Think Bar Citizen, but on steroids, right? We're only 85 days away from the event happening on Saturday, July 12th at Area 15. Really cool venue there in Las Vegas, so really, really cool. There's going to be some great people at the event doing panels and discussions. So we have DePoets. I'm sure many of you know DePoets, really great dude. He'll be there as a content creator representing, probably doing some panels and some moderation if I had to guess. We'll have both Kim Ellis and Nate Ellis from EE Studios. Really cool. I'm excited to meet them. I love their content. Have not met them yet. Sean Tracy, who's a senior director of tools and tech content at Cloud Imperium Game, will be doing a short talk there. We will. Oh, GearCon just cheered 1,000 bits. GearCon, salute to you. Hope you are doing well. Appreciate that, GearCon. Thank you so much for those bits. I'll be showing a thank you slide here in a minute that your name's on. So thank you very much, man. We have obviously, so there's going to be some CIG representation here. We'll have serious fun, kind of acting as a moderator for the entire show. Really great person. We will have Galactica, who's a senior social media manager at Cloud Imperium Games. She'll be there as well. We also have Tyler Whitkin, also known as Xylo, Director of Community at Cloud Imperium Games. He's the one that puts on CitizenCon, stuff like that. He's going to be there doing a chat. We'll have the Astro historian himself, Paul Shelley, well-known community content creator. They're doing a panel, I believe, on lore. And then yours truly, Starjump Grim, from here, Starjump. I'll be doing a little panel, probably focused around ships and concept ships, and what we can expect, how CIG. How CIG may reimagine some of the stuff, what that looks like sometimes when a ship goes from concept to flight ready from the community's perspective. Obviously, I will not be speaking for CIG. I'm not a CIG employee, but I thought it'd be cool to do a Starjump shipyard sort of episode live on stage where we sort of talk about how a ship would make that journey, what sort of considerations need to be taken into account, especially from the community side. So there you go. You can go to the website. I will put the website here in chat. There it is. You can buy tickets. We have some great sponsors here from Elgato, Cloud Imperium Games, Monster Tech, Icon City, again, who's one of our sponsors. Even Beacon Events, again, another big European event is helping do some of the organization here. Atmo Esports, Astro Stories, and Soul Citizens. Starjump is a sponsor, Test Squadron, and more. Brettley67 just subscribed for 11 months in a row. Thank you, Brettley. Appreciate that. Salute to you. So yeah, going to be really great event. Please try to make it if you can. They do have the panels up here. I can tell you that some of these panels are subject to change. Maybe not specifically what they are, but maybe some of the formatting for them. So for example, my panel, it's just called Starjump Shipyard. I'm still kind of figuring out the contents of it, but it's going to be about 40 minutes long. Let's see here. Okay. Last but not least, again, the tickets are available. You can get in on that now. The kind of the standard admission, I believe, $75. That goes till April 30th, so not a lot of time to get those. And then from May 1st to May 31st, it's early admission at $99. And then June 1st to June 30th will be general admission at $125. Again, inaugural event. It's going to be a little smaller, a little intimate. If you've ever wanted to interact with some CIG people as well, I think you'll have that opportunity here. Matza just cheered 100 bits. Thank you very much, Matza. Appreciate it. Salute to you. Thanks for all the bits, everyone. Art says, Starjump Grim, will this be streamed? I think so. I can ask about that, Art. I will ask and find out. I need to do that. But yes, I'll be there. I'll probably have some Starjump loot, some swag, maybe something special for the event. We'll see. I gotta look into all that, but that's my goal. We'll see if we can get Ender out there. I don't know. I guess it'll probably depend on scheduling and just some other stuff like that. Okay, so here we go. So yeah, big event. I'm looking forward to it. I need to start putting some bigger thoughts into it though. The Area 15 event is really cool. You can see a video of that playing here. So supposedly it's a really cool venue, and it's going to be a great place to put on this inaugural event. Again, this isn't an inaugural, the first time the Quantum Vegas event has gone on. So I'm sure there's going to be some growing pains and things that have to be figured out, but it's all going well so far on the back end. I've been in a lot of meetings, pre-planning meetings for it. CIG is obviously heavily supporting it with having representation there and doing panels and stuff, which they usually don't do outside of a CitizenCon or something. But I did want to watch the video here. It's only about a minute long. If you don't mind, here we go.
Quantum Vegas 2955 is a community celebration of the Star Citizen universe, uniquely designed to immerse attendees in the creative and technical brilliance of the game. Hosted in the unparalleled conference environment of Area 15 in Las Vegas, Nevada, this inaugural event offers direct access to developers from Cloud Imperium Games, influential community leaders, as well as other Star Citizen backers. This event offers interactive sessions with special guests covering the complexity of game development to community-driven experiences in a unique and intimate setting. Quantum Vegas 2955 is more than a
I think it's serious fun.
immersive gateway into the Star Citizen legacy. An unmissable highlight on the gaming calendar.
Maybe dig that.
Is limited for
yeah, it could be dig that.
And early bird tickets will be sold out soon. For tickets and information, visit quantumvegas.space and follow our social media on X, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Yep. Quantum Vegas 2955. By the community, for the community.
Yeah, so dig that's involved. Like I said, it's a really great group of people. I think you'll like it a lot. It's going to be really, really cool. Okay, moving on from that, let's talk about Starjump Guardians PHS St. Jude Play Live 2025 campaign. That is a mouthful. We're doing really well this year, everybody. We have currently raised through the Starjump Guardians initiative here at for St. Jude Play Live. Currently raised $7,225 with only 17 days into our campaign. It has been extremely successful so far. We're very proud of the efforts made by the entire community. Lavan, hope you're well. Salute to you. Nice to see you. Yeah, we're really proud of the community and the efforts and the generosity that have been pouring out for this campaign. Obviously, this is something that Guardians does every year here at St. Jude. Battle Gnome, thank you for the follow. Salute to you. Sending that javelin overhead. This is something that Starjump Ender has done every year, and so it's something that's not new to Starjump as a whole. This year, obviously, I've decided to be involved in a little bit more of the actual fundraising and less just back-end stuff. So it's like I said, it's been incredibly successful this year, and that all is due to you all of you viewers, the Starjump community, the Star Citizen community. Really coming together and allowing us to hit so many amazing milestones, from the community picks a giveaway a milestone to Ender's Kids play the Repo game. We're going to do a stream on that. Community game night with Wolf Escape Games. It'll be interesting to hear more about that. Lego build stream. We hit that milestone. Very, very cool. And now we get to the good stuff here. At $5,000, we officially cross the Kids Makeover Dad thing. I probably can get Ender's Kids are going to do it to him, and I can probably get my daughter to do it to me. She does love doing that to me as well, so we can maybe hit that from both sides. At $6,000, Driz Taloth, Ender's wife, will do a stream. Very cool. And I think in general we'll just do a wives streams. We need to get a wives stream going. I think we're going to play some Clue or Phasmophobia or something like that. Oh, Rooster Rage has just donated $10 to help unlock a new toy for the St. Jude kids. Rooster, big old salute, buddy. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. And then at $7,000, it got real spicy in here. Ender's armpits are going to be waxed on stream along with his dignity. So that will be happening. We have crossed the 7,000 mark. At 8,000, which is our next goal, is this Super Sour stream. Again, all this stuff is coming. We still have the rest of April and May to get through for the St. Jude Play Live event, but I did want to shoot over, let me go to my screen here. Wanted to send out a big old hearty thank you to the donators for this year's raffle prizes. I cannot thank these people enough for their generosity, putting up ships and other items for raffle prizes so that those of you donating can have something to donate for beyond just helping kids, obviously, which is the primary reason people are donating, but to give a little spice to it, get a little flavor, a little something exciting. The raffle rewards are something that are a lot of fun. So I want to call out a couple people here. GearCon, I see GearCon in chat, obviously. Big thanks to GearCon. Really kicked down the doors this year with several prizes, by the way, that were some big ones.
Thank you.
Everything from we got another donation. Rhino457 donating $20 towards that Drake Buccaneer. Thank you, Rhino. Salute to you. Appreciate it. Again, this generosity, man, I really love it. But GearCon donating a whole host of ships, not to mention 2 RSI Polaris Corvettes, a 600i, which we gave away the other day. Congratulations to Soundwaves Ghost on that. And a Carrack, as well as a host of other smaller ships. We'll pull up the list here in a little bit. So everyone, GearCon is in chat. Give them that double salute. Go ahead and throw that out to them. Again, really kicking down some doors with some awesome raffle prizes. I also want to call out Bingo Winchester, also coming in, helping us out with raffle donation prizes. I don't have the ship list up in front of me. Sorry about that, Bingo. But Bingo offering up several ships for raffle prizes. Want to give him a big thank you. So everyone, give old Bingo, old tried and true Bingo, has been a longtime Starjump supporter and really core team member, helping us out at Equinox and other events like that. So everyone, give old Bingo an 07. And then, of course, we can't forget our good buddy Lazy Donuts, who's won a contest or two here at Starjump. But Lazy Donuts also providing ships for the Play Live initiative. So I want to give a big shout out to Lazy Donuts. As always, Lazy is another tried and true Starjump community member. So thank you very much, Lazy. And then last but certainly not least, don't want to forget to thank James over at Icon City .uk. For those of you that don't know, Starjump is a partner at Icon City, and you can use the Starjump code at Icon City to get to get 10% off an Icon pack. I was thinking about the giveaway where we just gave away an Elgato Stream Deck, and we're going to do an Icon City icon pack for that as well. That one's free. Usually when you use the code, though, it's 10% off or 20% off. 10%, 20%? I forget. I got to look that up. I think it's 20%. But anyways, you see the big words there. Big shout out, big thank you to those of you in chat that are donators to prizes. I want you to give yourself an 07, and then all of you in chat who have either donated towards the cause, donated towards St. Jude, or are hanging out in stream and supporting the stream, because that matters too. That is part of it. I want you to give all of you a bit of a pat on the back. Seriously. Give yourself a pat on the back. We're doing this for sick kids and their families going through something that's absolutely horrible. So I want to make sure we shout that out. Now, one thing I will pull up here is our good buddy Starjump Ender is out at Play Live as we speak. They're doing the Play Live Summit. And he is out there doing what he does. So, along with the Pink Cat Squad. So, big shout out to all them if they're having a great time. Hopefully they are. It sure looks like they are. There are pictures being posted. I will pop up one here. Take this off here. You can see everyone hanging out. It's a great crowd there at St. Jude's. The St. Jude, Play Live Summit. Get the words out of my mouth here. So big shout out to all of them. I think you can see Ender right here. We'll zoom in on Ender. There he is. Look at him. Look how happy he is. Rocking his Pink Hat. And then, we got some other Pink Hat members down here. Let me navigate. There we go. But yeah, it's a great cause, and again, all this is possible because you all are kicking doors down and sending that money through the Tiltify link and onward to St. Jude. Again, complete 100% pass through. By the way, Starjump does not touch any of this money. It doesn't come to us in any way. It goes to Tiltify and then to St. Jude. So just wanted to make that very clear because I know that can be important to some people. But with Tiltify, with St. Jude Play Live, you can be sure that you're donating with confidence. Anyway, that being said, oh yes, thank you, MCD. If those of you on YouTube, please do not forget to like and subscribe. It does really help that algorithm, and we are trying to grow the Starjump community. I would really love to eventually get to 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. So thank you very much. But anyways, here you go. This is our campaign page. You got the links pinned at the top of the YouTube chat and that just posted there in Twitch. So you can go there. When you donate, you can donate towards a particular raffle or a particular item with your donation, get a ticket for that. Currently we have, I'm going to actually bring it up, even though this one's a little off. The Origin 600i was given away on April 15th, so that one is no longer available, but we do have currently 2 still on offer. If you donate, I believe it's a $10 donation to St. Jude, you can get a ticket for the Drake Buccaneer giveaway that we'll be doing April 19th, donated by Bingo Winchester. And if you donate anytime between now and April 30th, $100 towards St. Jude, that gets you a ticket for an RSI Polaris Corvette, donated by our good buddy GearCon. We'll again be giving away that on April 30th. Now, this is not everything. Remember, on April 19th, there's going to be another new one that comes on the raffle list. And then once April 30th hits, a new RSI Polaris Corvette will be offered as well, because we have 2 from GearCon, along with a Carrack and many other ships. So again, a lot of stuff coming for that. You can see here we have a Carrack still to give away, I think another Misk Fortune, we have a Super Hornet, Buccaneer, Hawk, some starter packs, Hurricane, Gladius Valiant. We'll be giving away Starjump Challenge coins, as well as a few custom liveries and Starjump Fleet Viewer. Okay, very cool on that. Probably the next Starjump station, actually, I'll be doing the first livery giveaway. Okay, so very, very exciting. All right, let's get to it. We're going to watch today's episode of Inside Star Citizen. Is everyone ready? We may do some pauses here. We may do a few pauses. Yeah, appreciate everybody. Thank you for your donations. A QR code on the lower right of the screen will also take you to that donation page. Let's go ahead and watch today's ISC on Digital Hairdresser.
This was unintended. That's the first thing I must say. My career took a curve. I was a lead character artist at another company. One of the things that scared me the most at that time was hair, because it is one of the hardest tasks. And I just tackled it so well, I guess, that I started to get praise for it. Praise in a way that I never got as a character artist. And that's how it went. I never planned to be a digital hairdresser of any sort. I've been in love with Star Citizen since ever. It's been actually my dream for all along. When I started learning character art, this is what I wanted to work. When I started here, one of the things people were making fun of me, former colleagues were like, "Oh great, Andre, you just signed a contract to make hair for a game. Everyone wears a helmet." And that made me think. Rest assured, nowadays, I'm proud to log into Star Citizen and just see that a lot of people is now wearing their hairs and not the helmets. When I got here, the first thing was to try not to scrap everything that was made. Obviously, there was a lot of things.
Well, I'll speak to that real quick. I mean, I think CIG does have to implement those things that they've talked about in the past that will allow us to remove our armor sets, including our helmets, and not have to struggle with loadouts back and forth, re-equipping everything. And that goes directly to suit lockers, okay? We're supposed to have suit lockers. CIG has said that we're going to be able to go up to suit lockers and literally interact with the suit locker, and it will instantly switch our gear so that we can go from casual gear with no helmet and stuff to armor and undersuits and all that. I really hope that stuff comes sooner rather than later, because I do agree with the developer here that it'd be nice to see a little bit of that, you know, the hairstyles and our character creator work in the verse. So hopefully CIG will bring suit lockers sooner rather than later, so that we can start experimenting with those loadouts, loadout switching and stuff, and being able to set up outfits and stuff, and to save those outfits so you could have certain RP outfits and stuff, I think would be really cool.
Things that were properly made, they just wouldn't fit for every purpose that we want.
Oh, everyone. Scissor Fuzz donated $45 towards the Drake Buccaneer. Thank you, Scissor Fuzz. Salute to you. We're at $7,300, everyone. Really appreciate it. Again, you are all legendary. Thank you very much, Scissor. One thing I will add to this, by the way, is everyone be on the lookout if CIG drops any Easter egg stuff in here that I miss. If you see something, definitely call it out in chat, and we'll back up and look. Like, sometimes they throw ships in the background and other stuff.
On it. The first hair I created took me a bit of time. The first results were kind of disappointing. I was still learning the tools, learning the process, learning the new engine that we use. But after like 3 weeks, I managed to create one hair. We finally took it to a meeting. My first time in front of CR. I actually made sure I read everything that CR has written about hair that was on our register, so I knew what he wanted. I think that was kind of smart, because it had an impact on him immediately. The next morning after that meeting, I wake up with a message on our creative chat saying something, how happy he was that we had finally someone that was tackling hair in the way that he wanted. I'm like, all right, okay, we're on the right path, I thought. During this process, Ian actually told me, okay, Andre, what do you need to make this work for both?
You can see some of the new Manchester studio in the background.
He wanted to have 70 hairs from February till December so that we can do the first chapters of Squadron 42. Doing my maths really fast, if I was to do it myself, it would take like 2 years. Even if I take like 3 to 5 days per hair, normally a hair before I arrived was taking 20 to 40 days. The only solution was to hire more hands, to hire more people, and I needed people that would hit the ground running. It had to be people that I knew that could do the work, and in that sense I presented the proposal to Ian and to CR. They agreed to everything, and that's how we did it. We basically put the guys in. Instead of 70 hairs, by December we had 130 hairs, because we did not only do the squadron ones, we actually revamped the character customizer. We added videos which weren't even in the plan back then. It was a bet, a risky bet, but I took the process under my wing. I grabbed the guys, and it worked. So, and for that, I got some praise and got some recognition in the company, which comes with the risk that I've taken, of course.
They do have a really great hair system.
There must be an idea first, an intention, of course. Star Citizen is a bit different from Squadron. In Squadron, we're trying to do digital clones. Obviously, in that case, we're going to take as much pictures, as much references of the real person and try to mimic that into the video game. As for Star Citizen, which is a bit more broad, we sometimes require a concept, sometimes we have a more broader idea that we want to go.
That's cool, I like that.
We are production artists, we are not concept artists, so that's not what we do. What we really need to work is that the idea comes solid at us and it's very clear what's intended. Whatever references we can use, we make a mood board, and from there we'll start our own development.
Yeah, funny, Tybers. Maybe. Oh, man.
It's important to understand that the system that I implemented here, it kind of removes from the artist the ability to mess it up, in the sense that I control the textures and the shaders, so that means the beginning of the process and the ending of the process. I've tested them, I make sure they work, and so I give to the artist the pleasurable part of just doing the asset itself, and therefore there's no fruit salad. What we want is basically a quality that is standard, that stays the same throughout the game, and if I gave them the ability to create their own textures, we would have hairs, some would be very thick, some would be very thin, some would be different, and it would render different. So I removed these two parts of the process out of the equation by sorting it myself, giving them only the pleasurable part. I don't have any other word for it. Sounds kinky, doesn't it?
Yeah, very cool hoodie.
Enjoyable, I guess.
Making hair for games, there's a lot of limitations to it. Our game being fast-paced and all, MMO. The way to keep it performant and the way to keep it working is by trying to establish limits of how far you can go. When I started, I remember the lead tech artist telling me, Andre, there's no limit to what you can do, just go. There's no budget of try count, there's no budget. And I'm like, how can that be? I mean, I've been doing games for a while, and there is limitations. Okay, he was just letting me be free enough to create, and letting me establish the limit so that they can then adapt. I was very.
That's pretty cool, actually. Some of this concept art here. I don't know what this is, but I love this armor set or whatever, this clothing set here with the little like face guards and stuff and the neck guards. I hope we see that actually in game. I mean, obviously it looks like he's working on this character as we speak, but that's really cool.
the limit so that they can then adapt. I was very conservative. We all have performant hairs. Some in Squadron 42 are a bit heavier because we just need to hit that quality bar, but mostly are all very performant. What you do is you just use what you need and you don't use what you don't need, basically.
What are you working on for 2025?
2025 comes with creatures and more hairs for the
Yeah, it did look
customers.
cyberpunk.
That's the main thing. There's also armors. They're going to start to have a bit of hair. Hair, not
Oh,
hair,
cool.
human hair, but you know, types of fur or types of synthetic hair. So we created a lot of hairs which are recognizable. We were trying to break barriers. The character customizer is like this nowadays because we were trying to push the shader and see where we could go. Tools programmers and shader programmers were coming to me and say, hey, Andre, I didn't know our shader could do this type of things. And as I got this type of feedback, I was, okay, let's push this and see how far we can go. And so we have a bit of a range which is a bit too wide for now in terms of hairs that we're using. One of the last meetings with CR regarding this aspect, he told me, Andre, what we need now is Jared's hair, is Andre's hair. Move away from the outrageous, move away from the military hairstyles. That's the direction for now, to establish a good solid base of hairs. And on the creatures, we're going a bit wilder now. We're starting to push the limits as to fully covered with fur creatures and stuff like that. Before we started with small patches of fur here and there on the creatures, and now we're just making all things together. Well, I'm eager to do hairstyles that will be longer than the limitation that we currently have. Our current limitation is the shoulders, simply because of the way the armors work and the helmets work, and we don't want it to be clipping all along. So I'm really looking at the day that we can make hairs that are longer, and I'd love to do like a big dreadlock that goes straight down. Yeah, so I'm really, really proud of my team. Everything that I said here is basically a teamwork. My team does not involve only the people under me, it also involves the people above that feed me with stuff and that help me get better. The hair story here has been a success, and has been a success because we're working together. That's the only reason. I wouldn't be here talking or doing it.
Really cool bangle back there. That bangle, I saw a company post work in progresses for it. The company it was working on is really cool. Their office is incredible, though. Wow.
Anything, I wouldn't have been a CitizenCon stage without any of them. So that's very clear to me. We are now through a moment that we can create.
One thing I'll say about that, by the way, and I know there's sometimes people that will look at an office space like that and say, well, I don't like that the money's going to the office space. It should be going into the game and stuff like that. As someone who's ran a few companies and worked at some companies that have had really cool office spaces, that office space, when it's really nice like that, that can go a long way towards two major things. One, it can go a long way towards keeping employee morale up. Just when you don't work in an oppressive environment, and employee morale means people want to be at work. They like being at work. It's enjoyable. I know a lot of people talk about crunch and how the game industry can be brutal. Game employees also know that going into it. And so when a company has a place that they actually want to be, that makes a big difference. The other thing is that it can attract new talent, which is key. I worked in New York City for a long time and worked in the film and television industry, still do. And a lot of the studios would sort of like designed out, and be kind of cool places to work. And the reason was because we worked a lot of all-nighters, to be quite honest with you. There was a lot of hard work. I don't know what to tell you. If you don't like working to 11, 12 at night, definitely the film and television industry is not one to get in. But if you have an environment where you actually liked being there, it's not the same as being in like an office job till midnight. It just is not. When you have a cool place you're working, it's, they do a lot of things to build in a lot of creature comforts into your workspace. It can make a big difference. So when you see that cool office there, just knowing that does make its way into the game. It really does.
Create any hairstyle that we want. And I'm very proud of that.
Starlancer back there, that's, if I had to guess, they're teasing us there a little bit, possibly Starlancer TAC maybe.
And with more than 30 new hairstyles scheduled to make their way into the persistent universe across each remaining patch this year, the options for self-expression in Star Citizen are just one more way 2025 will continue to deliver more content than ever before. Now, I also want to tell you about this new Squadron 42 Spotlight that's being delivered directly to inboxes right now about every 2 months or so. It comes with timed exclusives, never before seen visuals, audio files, story information, all that kind of stuff included. So don't forget to check your inboxes for that, and then of course opt in through the account settings on the website if you really want that content before everyone else. And then of course for those of you with friends, nobody here, with friends thinking about trying out Star Citizen, our very first free fly of the year starts today with 6 vehicles to choose from. The universe truly is better with friends, or so I'm told. For Inside Star Citizen, I'm Jared Huckabee. As always, thanks for letting us share the people and process of game development with you, and we'll see you all here next week. It's WrestleMania weekend.
There we go, everyone. There is the hairstyle ISC. Pretty interesting. Obviously, we're getting some new hairstyles, which will be really cool. It's nice to hear that more are coming. I've been saying that I think they did a good start. I was just hoping that they wouldn't like release the initial ones and then suddenly not release any more for like years. So it is nice to see that more hairstyles are coming. People are saying that that was the Starlancer TAC in the video. Apparently you can see some of the lower turrets there. Let me see if I can find it here. Let me go back to. Let's go back to here. Let's look. Right here. So yeah, Starlancer TAC being teased in the background. I don't know about you all, but does that turret up there almost look upgunned a little bit? It kind of does to me. Like it looks a little bigger than normal. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. It just seems a little larger up there than I originally. In fact, let's bring up Hangar Link here. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I wonder if they upgunned it because this was the original, and I believe this is what it was supposed to be. So dual size 5s on either side, and this is dual size 4, dual size 4, and dual size 4, right? So yeah, Crimson Hawk says CIG's been buffing the TAC nicely over the last few weeks. Solomon saying looks larger for sure. Yeah, but if you look at this here, and I might be able to go to this view. Here, you can kind of see how big a size 4 is up there, but then you go back to this, and that looks considerably bigger. I almost wonder if they if they gave the TAC a size 5, another dual size 5 on the top. I would say that I do think it warranted it. I do think the TAC warranted it. I think the thing that's going to be interesting is how much that TAC costs, what that flight ready cost is. Lady Space Patrol says TAC sale incoming, so buff it up, yo. I have one. How they make TAC better. Yeah, so I agree. I mean, obviously the TAC sale's coming because the ship will be flight ready at Invictus. But yeah, to me, it definitely looks like it got an upgun there on the turret. I mean, that's not completely unprecedented too. We saw the same with the Polaris, obviously, when the Polaris came, eventually flight ready, it got its big bespoke dual size 6 gun and stuff. So, yeah, interesting. Not too much more beyond that, but again, nice to see the Starlancer. They usually start seeding things a little bit there. I forget when. Does anyone have those leak dates for let me bring it up here. Bear with me, everybody. Does anyone have the start date again? I know it was leaked for a bit there. Maybe it's oh, you know where? I do have it. It's let me bring this over here. So obviously Invictus looking to start May 15th. So we're actually less than a month away, everyone, from the beginning of Invictus. And that will run to that will run till May 27th. Going to take place at Area 18 there in Stanton at the Bevic Convention Center. Obviously, there'll be the usual host of out-of-game sales events and special promotions going on during that time. Obviously, a host of ships have been rumored to be coming to the game at that time, including obviously the Starlancer TAC. We can see it here in the key art for Invictus, but other ships, so the Grey Cat MTC has been rumored, which supposedly stands for Mobile Tactical Center. I said this on stream the other day. I think that is most likely a ground vehicle centered around sort of a mobile armory, and I think that's this vehicle here. It'll take a second to load up, bear with me. But I think that's what the MTC is some sort of mobile armory for ground combat. Essentially, you can carry lots of guns in it, lots of armor sets, the whole thing. I hope it's something a little bit more interesting than that, but this is where I'm currently leaning. This is what I think it most likely is. Yeah, Scissor Fuzz says it's that SWAT truck from the movie SWAT. Yeah, essentially, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Thank you.
Rooster Rage donating $10 to unlock another new toy for St. Jude. Rooster's come out with a few of those toy donations. Thank you very much, Rooster. That is amazing. Really appreciate that. And again, everyone, thank you for your St. Jude donations. Those Tiltify links popping up in Twitch chat as we speak, as well as pinned to the top of the YouTube chat. Really appreciate that. We have now crossed $7,310. $7,310. Very cool. Very, very cool. Again, everybody, I am looking to start putting out some Fleet Viewer liveries and some Starjump Challenge coins very soon. If you have an interest in one of those to kind of help generate excitement around the charity event, in addition to our raffle giveaways that you can donate money towards. If you have any communities that you're a part of that don't regularly watch Starjump content, don't forget to share the Twitch with them, the YouTube channel with them, the Twitter or X with them. Again, really appreciate that. Trying to make a big effort this year and really show up for these kids and their families. So, yeah, so as MTC could also possibly require some scanning gameplay. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it possibly could come in with some scanning gameplay and some armory stuff. Essentially a mobile ground-based FPS support vehicle. Another option that has been talked about, another ship that has been talked about is the Anvil Asgard. Obviously with that one, with the Anvil Asgard, there are rumors hinting that it is a Valkyrie variant and it is a heavy transport. However, it's important to note that while I'm pretty certain it is a Valkyrie variant, that's where I'm currently leaning. It's literally called a heavy duty transporter. While I guess there's been some data mines that have pointed to it being a Valkyrie variant, I haven't seen those data mines myself. I haven't seen anything in the files that hint that it's a Valkyrie variant. So it could very well be, Jock Cop, thank you for the heads up. We'll take a look at those in just a second. But the Anvil Asgard could very well be this, something we know is in development. This could be a heavy transport, a heavy guarded transport, right? What is it called? Heavy duty transporter. There's no reason that this could not be this. Again, I don't think this is the case. I do think it's a Valkyrie based ship because I think they're doing a lot of work with the Valkyrie right now. We know the Paladin's in development, but this could be the Anvil Asgard to go along with the Centurion, the Spartan, the Ballista. I hope it is the Valkyrie variant that we all think it is, but it could be this. There's nothing in the files that I have seen or that any of the data miners have seen that say it's not a vehicle. And there's nothing that say it 100% is a ship. We don't know yet. But again, do think it's a Valkyrie variant currently. That's currently what we're all sort of thinking. Crimson Hawk says, hoping the Asgard to be between a Liberator and a Kraken. Yeah, so pretty certain it's not that big. I do think if it is a ship, I think it's in that 40-meter range. So if you're hoping for something bigger, I don't think so. I don't think so, Crimson. Let's see here. We're going to move this over. We do have a few new things here. Obviously, the free fly is starting. And everyone, if you are... actually, let me open a few of these tabs here. If you are wanting to get into Star Citizen and you have not done so at this time, obviously the free fly is going on. You can use my referral. I would love a few referrals to get that Gladius. That would be really cool. So if you know anybody that wants to play the game and you're not actively using your own referral code, please feel free to use mine. But otherwise, use your own referral code. Do what you gotta do. Get out there. But anyways, there's a bunch of free fly ships going on right now, and these are also on sale. We have the Anvil Arrow, the C1 Spirit. These are a lot of good general purpose ships, by the way. Drake Corsair, personally love this ship. The Cutter, another great one. The Fortune, that new salvage ship. The Prospector, the mining variant of that. Down here it says, looks like we have a generalist starting package, which comes with 6 months insurance. Self-land hanger, 1,000
Thank
UEC.
you.
Yep, we got a donation, sir. Thaddeus, am I saying that right? Thank you very much for that $10 donation, sir. Really appreciate it. Going towards a new toy for the hospital play areas. Thank you very much. You're getting the big salute for that one. Thank you so much for your generosity, everyone. Appreciate that. Seth Speed Shop says, Grim, did you see the Aegis Hermes name drop? Possible 315 competitor Black Ops insertion ship? I have a thought on what it is. I'll get to that in just a second, Seth, but thanks for reminding me about that one, actually. There's also and that's $51 for the Generalist Starter Pack. Cutter, again, Cutter being the most popular ship sold at this point. Kind of fun little tidbit CIG told us about. They also have a premium one, $67, gives you the Golem with the Rockfall paint, self-land hanger, 20,000 UEC, and lifetime insurance. Obviously a pretty good deal there. So that is the free fly right now. Obviously share the referral code or use the referral code if you want to. Why do they still include hangers? I don't know, Bingo. I'm hoping we'll get some information about that. That is a great question, though. That's a great question. That'd be a good topic, actually, for Starjump Station. Let's talk about the Aegis Hermes real quick. The Aegis Hermes has come up in the files. Not much there other than a thruster reference. The Aegis Hermes could literally be the drone for the Reclaimer. We know the Reclaimers are supposed to have drone. It could be the Reclaimer drone. It could be a new ship. We do not know. We have no other info other than a thruster dependency reference. That's all we have in the data files. There's nothing else, and it was actually removed. It was in the files and they removed it. So okay, let's go to the spring celebration. See what paints they have. I like that Guardian paint, actually. That's pretty cool. Start the season strong here. We have new careers. So they're bringing those career packs back. I know you've heard of those here. So looks like perfect time to our kits are for mining, FPS, salvaging, medical, and cargo hauling careers are ready to launch. So it looks like they got packs for all of those. A couple of fresh paints here coming in, sort of a sky blue and industrial green, sort of like Easter color, like pastel colors. I'll probably pick up the one for the Zeus, because I do love the Zeus, and I'll take any paint they make for it. I probably shouldn't. I know I'm getting suckered into it, but it is what it is. Okay, we have the Ready for Anything kit. This looks like a general purpose one here, obviously coming here with a white MaxFlex backpack, multi-tool, mining attachment, and the True Hole tractor beam. That'd be kind of nice just to always have in your kit. It comes with the Venture set and a P4 AR and a container. I like that it comes with a container. That's cool for $10. That's actually quite a bit of stuff for $10. Not terrible. I don't mind that pricing. We have the Combat Career Kit. This one comes with the Orc Mark X, Stone Skin, PRA4, Gemini, LH86. Okay, so no, okay, just that one doesn't come with a box. That's interesting. Mining Career Kit. I'm kind of curious about this one. So it's a Pyro with the Orbit Mining Tool and the Aerial Helmet Hazard Set. Okay. Tribbles donated $20 towards the Drake Buccaneer. Tribbles, thank you very much. Salute to you. keeping those donations alive. I really appreciate everyone. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate those donations continuing to roll in. So thank you very much for that. I like the aerial combat suit or the aerial industrial suits. They're actually my favorite suit in the game. It's what I always wear, either the Quicksilver, the Orange, the Red Harvest, or the Black Cherry one. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I would be interested in it even just for that. Comes with the beacon undersuit, no container, which is actually a little bit surprising. What do we got for the salvage kit? Salvage kit looks like a variation of the mining here that comes with the Pyro Multi-Tool, the Cambrio Light SRT. So that's that FPS salvage thing. Does come with the True Hold attachment. Thanks, Sam. So it does come with the True Hold tractor beam attachment, which is necessary for it. Beacon undersuit, so kind of the standard setup here, same as the mining. I wish those would have come with a storage crate as well, personally. Medical career kit. Let's look at this one. Paramed medical device goes without saying. The Iceborne Orc set. And then a Max Flex backpack. Yeah, pretty standard. I would have loved for this one to be branded a little bit better, but I get it. Cargo career kit. Okay, let's look at this one. So this one comes with the aerial set as well. I love that color combo. The multi-tool and the tractor beam, backpack, undersuit, and no container for the cargo one. That's surprising. That's surprising. I would have loved a container for these, for really all of them. I would like for all of them to get it. What are your thoughts on that one? Jocop says the mining and salvage starter packs are the same armor. They will replace it with mining armor once released. Oh, okay. Got it. Jocop says, as a Reclaimer owner, I'd be excited, but I don't think they would do the snub until the Reclaimer's been overhauled. Yeah, fully agree. I don't think it's that's what the Hermes is, but I'm just saying it could be. That's how little we know about the league. Okay, there's just some new paints here. Cobalt paint for the ATLS. Really cool. Cobalt is one of my favorite colors, so that's really cool. The Montverde Mark II color. The Firmament paint for the Zeus. These are for the Zeus here. Fortune High Tide paint. Highlander paint for the Fortune. A couple paints for the Hornet there. Canopy camo. That's kind of interesting. Whiteout for the Guardian. That's pretty cool. And again, it's looking like we are getting another Guardian, by the way. Does look like we're getting another Guardian, possibly at Fleet Week. We've heard some rumors. Downpour paint. I really like that. There we go. They're advertising the HCS voice pack. So what was that Guardian information here? Let me go back to it here. Bear with me, everybody. Where did I read that? Bear with me. I forget where I read that. Maybe I've lost it. Anyways, we've heard of the Guardian MX. So we think that, is some sort of missile boat variant of the Guardian, possibly torpedo variant, because we've seen some additional torpedoes coming into the game. If you watched one of our last streams, you'll know we did some speculation on that. So there we go. Surprised that there's no Starlancer paints that would apply to the TAC, but I'm sure we'll get those when those go for Invictus. Seth Speedshot says, should we be getting an April ship drop? That's a great question. The Golem, when did the Golem come out? Was that technically March? Unknown, Seth. There could be one that drops with 4.1.1. Or what are we on now? What patch are we on? I don't even know what patch we're on. It could be the one that comes with that when it's out of Evo. That was for March. Okay, so we could get another ship chop. That could definitely happen. Yeah, that could definitely happen. Yeah, so there it is. Little spring sale, nothing too big. The career packs, I think the price is right for them, actually. It's just that I would have added the container that you get for the Ready for Anything career, because they do list a container here at the very end. I would have liked that to have been applied to all of them. Yeah, I would have liked that applied to all of them. I think the cargo salvage ones should have got the larger max lift tractor beam attachment. Personally, I think that would have been cool. Yeah, yeah, maybe the salvaging cargoes for that. I think the combat career kit could have come with like I think that could have come with a few extra things too. So again, I think these are I don't have any problem with these. I think the price is mostly right. I just think these could have been dressed up a little bit. They feel a little generic, a little generic. Yeah, some nice paints though. Some nice paints. I do dig this firmament paint. It's kind of the black and white. That's pretty slick. I like that a lot, actually. I like the way it works on the CL there. That may be one I entertain. And then obviously this mount vert. Yeah, I may have to look at that. But definitely the firmament I'd probably pick up. Don't have a fortune. I'd like one. Don't have one though. And then yeah, guardian. So there we go. There we go. Yeah, paint looks great though. Paint looks great. Plague Dealer says I'm a copper color lover. I agree with that. There's been some nice copper style paints actually. What was that one most recently they released? I digged it quite a bit. I wish they had paints for all the free fly ships though, because that would have meant a new Corsair paint as well. I would have loved a whiteout Corsair paint. That'd have been pretty cool, especially when it gets like dirtied up. So, okay, everyone. Again, thank you everybody for your donations today. It's going to be a little bit of a short stream, just kind of a weekly chat. Wanted to review the SCL, which was really cool to do. I will probably be back tonight. I'll post an update on the YouTube and Twitch if it's going to happen, but I'll probably be back tonight with a let's play. I got blonde hairs all over me. For those who don't know, I do live with two blonde girls, my wife and my daughter, and I have blonde hairs all over me. So, but very, very possible I will be back tonight and be doing a let's play with Grim. And if I do that, we'll play some Star Citizen. Probably do some mining in the some mining in the Golem. I haven't done that yet. It's something I've been wanting to do. So be on the lookout. That is something I may get into tonight. If you're around, I'd love for you to hang out with me. We'll just talk stuff. We may have a few people pop into the stream chat with me. If you've ever wanted to chat with me, ask me a question, you're always welcome to do that. We have kind of a backstage area on our Discord. You'll see me in stream chat though, or I'll just be in party chat and you can just jump in there. But if that's interests you, definitely keep an eye out. I will send an update out here in a little bit about that. Thank you all for your donations today. Really great donations coming in today. I'm not sure how much we raised, but I think we raised about $150, $200 today on today's stream, which is absolutely amazing. I want you all to give yourself a giant 07. Appreciate that. Oh, Crimson Hawk brings up something here before we go. What are your thoughts on the recent Idris M changes, specifically about insurance time updates? What are the insurance time updates for that? What I will say on the Idris M is that there was a leak showing an Idris M with kind of an Invictus paint. And there's a lot of interior changes to the Idris M, including the missile room, new panels, all kinds of new stuff. I'll be covering that very soon on Starjump Station. I still think, though, I'm really hoping, I'm crossing my fingers that they're going to surprise us with a new exterior to the Idris at Invictus. And even if it's not the one we see in game, I'm really hoping we see, or we get an ISC or something during Invictus showing the new exterior. I've covered that many times on the stream, that in the Squadron 42 gameplay demo, we saw the new Idris, the new Javelin exterior. I really hope we get some information on that. Part of me wants to poke Ben Curtis or John Crew and DM, but I really try to refrain from bugging developers about ship questions like that. But that's probably one of my biggest things I'm curious about. So maybe we could poke Ben Curtis. I don't know. We'll see. Scissor Fuzz says Idris M being capturable in 4.1.1 if rumors are correct. Interesting. I don't doubt that it would be. It's been capturable for a while. Crimson says insurance standard claim time is 112.5 to 253 minutes. This is for the Idris. These are insurance claims times for the Idris. Am I correct on that? Crimson? Hey, Execute. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. Yeah, I think you're starting to see some stuff, Crimson, because I think, again, the Idris is in active development and they're working on some of that stuff with it for implementation into the PU, which could come soon. Maybe it comes at Squadron 42 like they said it would. Maybe they drop it a little early. We don't really know. But I do know. I don't think it would be during Invictus. I have heard there's still quite a bit of work that needs to be done on the Idris. I also know, again, we need to be shown the new exterior, which I'm still 100% feel is going to change. We're going to get the exterior from Squadron demo. So I think what we're going to start seeing though over the course of this year is more and more Idris updates and there'll probably be an ISC on the Idris and stuff, and we're going to see where they're taking it and where they have taken it for its eventual drop into the PU. Maybe it's at IAE, maybe it's next year, maybe it's with the launch squadron, but whenever it does launch, I think they're going to build up to that. The Idris has been a long time coming. It's a hero ship. A lot of people are anticipating it, so I think they're going to build up to that. So. All right, everyone, I'm going to send you over to Lavan because I got to go eat lunch. I hope you're all well. I will probably be around tonight, though, and we'll be streaming as I play Star Citizen and talking Star Citizen. So if you're around and want to talk Star Citizen and play Star Citizen with me, make sure you keep an eye out on the Starjump Twitter. Thank you for all your St. Jude donations. Again, you are all legendary people. I really appreciate it. So just look for me tonight, and I'll be back streaming, and we'll have a good time talking Star Citizen. Everyone, going to send you over to Lavan G-Fan. Give him some Starjump love. Really appreciate it. And I will talk to you all soon, hopefully tonight. So stay tuned to the Starjump channels. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to start this raid. Going to get it set up. We got a 10-second countdown because I wasn't quite ready. Thank you, GearCon. Great seeing you too. Execute, I know, just popped in. Execute, stay well. I hope you're good. We are planning. It's okay, Execute. No worries. This is a short one today, kind of impromptu. But I have told everyone that we are planning to do a Starjump station next week for sure with you and Trispone, and we're going to talk Invictus ships and all kinds of cool stuff. I think by then we'll have some additional ship information that we can probably start speculating on. So everyone, going to send you over to Lavan now. Have a good time. Give him some Starjump love. Really appreciate it, everybody. Have a good rest of your day.